okay, my water broke and I was like 39 weeks pregnant and he stares at me. Okay. Hey guys, how are you doing? Look who's sitting with me. Okay, so today I will be sharing my birth video, my birth vlog. It was a story. So I am 9 months postpartum, and so it's a while. So I have I remember everything, and I have a little notes, the medicines and about everything. Are you looking at me? I don't know, this is my first child, so it was very it was a hard labor, I would say, a hard journey towards labor. The labor was hard, but the journey towards the labor was very hard. So now I'm 9 months postpartum, and I remember a lot of it, but it's not fresh in my mind, so I have my notes about the medicines that went inside my body. So it started like I went to one of our biggest festivals near a temple, and I was there talking to people and everything, and suddenly I felt like something was coming down my legs. So I thought, oh, my water broke, and my mom was there with me at the time. My parents came from India, and so I thought that, okay, my water broke, and I was like 39 weeks pregnant, and he stares at me. And I was 39 weeks pregnant, and I was like, okay, I went to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, it's watery. I wiped it down. It was like clear fluid, and I was like, Ma, I think my water broke. I should call the doctor. And so I came home after like 2 hours. I didn't have any pain. It was like very mild cramping. I didn't have any pain because I have no idea how it feels like when your water breaks. So I called the doctor, and the doctor said to come in around like 5 p.m. or something, and to check if my water broke. So I went there around like 5 p.m. I went, and they checked me. They checked around my vagina, and they said, like, under the microscope it seems like my water broke, so I have to get admitted. I was like, oh my god, I'm 39 weeks. I know that it's very very common for people to go, for women to go for under labor at 39 weeks, but I was not ready. I did a quick braid because my son keeps on pulling my hair. So they said like the test came back positive, so I have to get admitted. I was like, oh my god, call my mom, call my mother-in-law, call my dad. And I told everybody, my husband was there with me, and I told everybody that I'm going into labor and I'm getting admitted. So this happened, and they gave me a room. It was a huge room. Everything got so real. Like, I didn't expect to go in and get admitted like, oh, I'm going to give birth today, tomorrow. So they admitted me, and they gave me pitocin, and it was like I was there for a total of 2 days. So it was over the weekend, so I was there the whole weekend, and they gave me pitocin, the IV and everything. And at night I was getting, because the pitocin was going in the body, and I don't know what was going on, but I was getting cramping, and they were like saying like the contractions on the computer, the monitor, they were showing that the contractions were really high, but I was not feeling anything. The second day, I think I went on Friday, and on Saturday evening they were like turning my pitocin up. They were like 20, 22. So they keep on higher the label like 2 points, maybe like 22 to I don't know, 25, then 28, and they went up to the like 32, and I didn't feel anything. I was like walking, I was walking all around the labor delivery corridor and everything, but I didn't feel anything. The sisters were like, the nurses were like, why aren't you feeling anything? The contractions on the monitors are like way up. I was like, I don't know, did my water really break? What's going on? And then I'm sorry, he keeps on doing stuff. So on Monday my doctor came because she was not there the whole time. So on Monday she came and she told me, she checked, and they took a sample again down there, and they said like, oh, your water didn't break, you are not in labor. I was like, so the whole time I was on Peterson, the IV and everything went for like no reason. I did everything for like no reason. I was laying there like with so much stress and everything, so much emotions going on, you know, and it's like nothing. And they said, no, we are very sorry, you will be going home, and I will be going to the doctor's visit again for my appointment and stuff like that. And I said, okay. Me and my husband thought of like doing a complaint against the hospital or the doctor who was there at the time who admitted me and did the test. But you know, during pregnancy, when you're going through all this stuff, you want to do something but you then forget everything. So this happened, and then I came home and everything was fine. And then I was like, went to went for the next doctor's appointment. They didn't do any sweep or something. They checked me and the doctor said that I wasn't dilating. I was like only 0.5 centimeter dilated, so it was like nothing. So she said like wait for like my delivery date was October 6th. So she said wait for a few days and come back. So I went after like 2 or 3 days, and she checked me again, and I was not dilating. It was 0.5. I was like, at that point I was like 40 plus something weeks, and she was like, okay. I was like, I can't go on for so long because I couldn't do it anymore. The doctor said that okay, you can come for induction on 41 plus 1 weeks. So it was 14th of October at 5 p.m. I was admitted for the induction process. So here it all begins. I got admitted, the doctor checked me again, and I was 0.5 centimeter dilated. So it was not dilation at all. Then the first thing they gave me was a Cervidil. It's like a tampon, and it goes inside your vagina, and there is a little string that hangs down, and she said that it will be there within me for like 24 hours. It's to soften the cervix. And I was like, okay. It didn't hurt at all because and then it went in. I was there 24 hours laying down, walking. It didn't bother me, but there was a little cramping. The next day the doctor came and she said like, still I was 1 centimeter dilated, but the cervix was softening. So she said like there is a ray of hope that my cervix was softening. So the next day, on day 2, they said, okay, we can give you Cytotec. And I looked up on Google, and it was like a kind of abortion pill. I don't know if that's true, but that was like an abortion kind of pill. And then they gave that, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And then they put that, it's like, no, they didn't put it down. I just ate it. It's like dissolves on your cheeks. So I'm sorry, you're playing with my nose. So it was Cytotec, and I took it. After taking that medicine, my things started happening. I got cramping. Like I understood that I was cramping, like a period kind of cramp, but it was like much more than period cramps. And I saw like the contractions were like going up and down. It was very painful. I can say it was very painful. So at the time I was sitting, I think I couldn't eat anything because I was only like drinking water. So like sipping ice, not even drinking water. I was sipping ice. So I couldn't eat anything. So I was like doing that, and then it was like, oh, it's so painful. Because I was like, and I wanted my husband to massage my hips all the time. It was like massaging and massage and massage and massage. And I was going to the bathroom. I was doing this and I was doing that. I couldn't stay at one point. It was like so painful. And then the doctor came the next day. It was the third day, and she said like I dilated 2 centimeters. 2 or 3 centimeters. And at this time the doctor told me that if they put epidural, my body will relax, my down portion will relax, and maybe it will open up and they can put the Foley bulb in. So the epidural happened. I was so scared of the epidural, but the epidural didn't hurt at all. Once that didn't hurt at all. Yeah, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt. The epidural didn't hurt. It was really good. And then the Foley bulb went in. It was like a big balloon that went inside. The midwife put it in, not my doctor. So I didn't feel anything, and it was like, it was in the afternoon. It was like, I remember the time, it was like 12 p.m. they put the Foley bulb in me, and I was like, okay. And at that moment I couldn't move, I couldn't walk, because when they give you the epidural, you were like done. It was just, I wanted to walk, I wanted to do stuff, I wanted to sit up, but you can. And then they put a peanut ball, a big peanut ball, and put it in between my legs, and the nurses kept on telling me that if you put the peanut ball, it will help you dilate. And then they kept on checking me every like 5 to 7 hours or so, and they said like I was dilating. I was like, the most I dilated was like 5 or 6 centimeters. And on the 4th, I think on the 4th, like that day at night at 9:30 p.m. I was laying down. I felt like something was slipping down there. I didn't understand, and my husband like pulled up my sheet and he said like, oh, I see little blood in there. And I was terrified. I said, call a nurse, what's going on? And he called the nurse, and the nurse came in and she checked, and she said, my water broke. Before my water breaking, the other night, I totally forgot to tell you this. Other night I was laying down, and there was another woman who was in labor on the other room, and she was like screaming like hell. She was screaming so loud. She was like swearing. She was screaming so loud. She was saying like, get this thing out of me, and blah blah blah. And I was like, I was talking to the sister, and I was like, oh my god, am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? And the sister was like, no, calm down. She didn't have the epidural. She just came in when her water broke and everything. And I was like, okay. But she was screaming so loud. Like, you know what? When you are supposed to go on labor and you never had any experience, and you just hear a scream, like screaming like hell from the other side of the room, it's terrifying. So back to water breaking. So my water broke at 9:30 p.m. on the 16th. So the nurse came and did stuff, and she was like, okay. They kept on checking me. At that point, I didn't know that I can push the epidural and make it go up. So, and calm myself, my pain will go away. But I was like in pain the whole time. I was like, it was like such a, I can't explain that kind of a pain. It was so weird. And around like 12 or 2 p.m. the doctors came, the resident came and checked me, and she said like I am 8.5 centimeters dilated. But I already was having the urge to push so much. I was having the urge to push so much. Around like 4 or 4:30, before they gave me like an extra dose of epidural, and then I slept for like an hour. It was such a relief. And then meanwhile I got a fever. After my water broke, I got a fever, and then they said like, okay, and they started the antibiotics. I was already in pain, and they started the antibiotics, and it was like burning my hands. The sister gave me like ice pack. So around like I woke up around like 4:30, and I had the urge to push so much, and at that time my fever was skyrocketing, and then a few nurses came in and they said like, you cannot do skin to skin, we have to take your baby away, and we have to take him to the NICU as soon as he comes out. I was so upset. I was so upset because I have always thought that I will do skin to skin, I will put him on my breast and stuff like that. But well, whatever happens happens, and I was like, I just want him to be okay. Do whatever you have to. And then as my fever was going up, and I was already 9.5 centimeters dilated, and I wanted to push so bad, and the nurses kept on telling me, you can't push, you can't push, you have to go like 10 centimeters. I was like, oh my god, I can't go anymore. Meanwhile, they stopped the epidural around like 4:45 a.m. They stopped the epidural, and then I started pushing, and all the nurses and all the doctors came in, but not all the doctors, I'm sorry. Then I started pushing, and all the nurses came in. There was only one resident in there. There were no doctors in there. They were like, until the baby comes out, like they see the baby come out, there will be no doctor. I'm like, okay. And then I was like pushing. I started pushing. So around like, I pushed from 5 to 7:30. So my doctor was not there, but my doctor came in at 7. And as soon as my doctor came in, it felt so much better to do all this stuff, because I felt so much comfortable doing this. Because you know, when you go to a doctor and she knows everything about you, she knows about all of your history and stuff, and when you see her, that familiar face in front of you, it feels so much better. And the other nurse told my husband to hold my feet, and my husband was like, when I was trying to push, my husband was like, yeah. I was like, why are you doing that? I'm trying to like push in here. I'm the person who is trying to give birth. Why are you doing that? Why are you like breaking my concentration and stuff? Can you see the camera? Can you see yourself in there? Can you? Can you? After this, after like pushing for from 2.5 hours, my son was born. This little son was born. My little son was born. And I felt so happy. I wish I could do skin to skin with it. So, okay, so this was my birth story. It was, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a long one. Thank you for like going through this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope the people who are pregnant, I hope whoever is pregnant at this time, you guys stay safe and take care. I know this situation sucks. I hope this thing gets over pretty soon and we all get back to our normal lives and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We both will see you later. You can see how you're fighting each other. He just wants to hold the camera. He won't sit still, so I'll just hold it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I will see you soon. Stay safe and stay happy. Bye.